How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of Crowler time from Mortalis Brewing. It is their Longsword Double IPA. Mortalis. This is my third beer from Mortalis. First one was given to me by my buddy George. You all know George from Massive Troll Reviews. He goes up to, he lives in Scranton, Pennsylvania, Northeast PA. I work up there. I just moved from there down to Jersey, but we hook up every now and then. He has family up in the Rochester way, so he gets up that way quite often. And he's a huge Sabres fan and all that stuff. And anyway, he goes up there and he's like, "Hey man, I found this brewery." He comes back and gives me a pale ale from Mortalis Brewing. I review it. It was pretty damn awesome. And yeah, they reached out to me. Paul reached out to me from Mortalis and said, "Hey man, love the review. I'd love to get you a couple other cans." And that's how the magic happens. My buddy George was actually back up there. Picked him up while he's up there. So, yeah, we're going to dive into this one. This is a double IPA. 9%. It was canned 11.9. And that's it. Cool logoing, the whole 9. Let's dive into it. Yeah, the pale ale was really good. They sent George back with 5 crowlers. I did one already. I don't know if I'm going to post them all at the same time. I probably will, because that's just my neurotic craziness makes me do such things. But five beers from one brewery in one day, that might be a little bit too much. So anyway, I probably put them up in chronological order. So that one was, go watch it. I'm not going to tell you what I thought about it. That's what you're here to do. Watch that shit. Yeah, what do we have here? It's a double IPA. You're talking about 9%, but it has this kind of softness to it. It's got a bit of an orange core to it, a little milky edges. It's pretty damn rocky, to be perfectly honest with you. So she looks a bit of a hazy. She looks a bit of a double IPA, but she's not as soft as you typically expect from a double IPA that I assumed was going to be a hazy. Why did I assume that? Because I'm an asshole. I make an ass out of you and me. Because the first beer I ever had from them was a hazy pale ale. So, you know, that means all they make is hazies. Even though the beer I just did from them was a fruited small stout. It's got a nose. Not much there. A soft sweetness to it. There's a soft sweetness, and I can't really peg it either. Yeah, there's a soft sweetness. If anything, it's tropical fruit, a little bit of rindiness. And there's a soft green, maybe like a weed pulling greeniness to it. But that's pretty much it. Not a huge impact. But nice. Soft, but nice. 9%, but nice. See what she tastes like. Cheers. Okay. Oh, big pop of bittering and swallow, like big. Kind of redeeming. Because there's not much, there's sweetness to it. It's very tropical. It's confectionery sweet. At the top end, but then you get this pop of bitterness on the back that kind of, I wouldn't say balances it out, but kind of keeps it from getting like cloyingly sweet. Yeah, there's a menage of the soft greening in your mouth before you actually swallow it. It's not too big. It's prickly on the edges, nothing too crazy. There's this sweetness kind of floating around there. Really tropical, really sweet, almost like powdery confectionery sweet, but not really getting there. Then once you swallow, you're like, okay, you just get washed with that sweetness. Again, very generic, tropical. Thin. It's not as dense as you would think it'd be based off the look, and based off of the other one I had from them. It has a little bit of a thinness to it, a little bit of, I wouldn't say wateriness, but a little bit more kind of chuggability, drinkability to it, if you're going to put a positive spin on it. And then when you swallow, you get this big pop, this prickly kind of bitterness. Which kind of, like I said, kind of makes up for all that sweetness from beginning, middle, to almost the end. It's okay. It doesn't blow me away. I'm not the biggest double IPA fan in the history of mankind. You're talking about 9%. At that point, I get a little bit more pickier when it comes to my double IPAs. And I really want them to skew specific towards me. And that is softness. And that is fullness and richness. Because I've always subscribed to the mantra that if you're going to give me something at 9%, I want that beer to pay it forward. I want it to be very screaming in your face, very loud. Because you're not talking about a nuanced beer at this point. We're talking about something that is, this is hair on fire ABV. We're getting to double digits now. We're not fucking around. The kids are in bed. We're about to make bad decisions. And this one is nice. Actually, this is the beer that makes you make the bad decisions, because you drink this and go, oh, that's easy to drink. It's sweet and easy to drink. I just had 15 beers. Maybe 4. Maybe 15, who knows. And I'm going to open a crowd of this and just drink this as fast as humanly possible, because it goes down like juice with a little bit of carbonation in it. And then, again, you wake up the dumpster in fucking Rochester. It's that kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's that kind of beer. So it's almost like if I'm going to place this beer, and I rarely do this, but I'm going to place this beer. I'm going to put this beer at the end of a share when I want, like, to make memories that I won't remember. But other than that, it's really, as I sit down, let me have a beer and kind of sit and enjoy it, it kind of misses the mark for me. It's tasty. It's nice. I like the way the tropical fruit goes. I like it's in the confectionery side of things as opposed to hard candy side of things. The green and that bittering on the pop on the end, like I said, is enough to kind of jar me back in reality when I'm about to think I'm going to drop into that kind of diabetic coma. But it just lacks a little bit of cohesiveness, a little bit of kind of a nice, delicious core of what's the word I'm looking for? Cohesiveness. I already said it. I'm going to say it again. That kind of binds it all together. It's a little bit disjointed for me, and a little bit watery, and a little bit on the opposite end of the spectrum of what I want a 9% double IPA to be. But like I said, it's not a bad tasting beer, just a little bit sophomoric. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's nice. It's tasty. You're a juice guy. If you're into sweet beers, this will do you proper. Let's just cut to that chase. Is it one of the better double IPAs I've had as of late? No. Not a bad beer. This lacks some inspiration. Value and availability. Brewery only. I don't think they fuck with anything outside of brewery. I doubt it. Price, no idea. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like your big, sweet double IPAs, you want something that's super easy to drink that'll get you turned. While at the same time, still being a nice beer. It's not a negative beer. And it's like, I don't want to poop on it too much, but it's not a negative beer. It's not a bad beer. It just lacks that chutzpah. Just throw out all the adjectives in this one. That kind of gets me hot and bothered when it comes to double IPAs. The higher the ABV goes, it almost seems like I'm a little bit kind of, I don't know. I'm not trying to be harder on beers, but this one just kind of missed the mark, especially at 9%. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there, awards and stuff. Massive beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little hazy right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.